Hello, hello! How are you guys doing today? So today we're finally going to be starting my Sims 4 Legacy Challenge. Now, you might be thinking Legacy, but there's a full family here. I mean, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Sims. And the reason why we're starting like this is because this right here is actually going to be the start of our Legacy Challenge, this Sim right here. I'm a little bit weird when it comes to legacy challenges. See, I personally don't like it when we just have the one sim who just kind of seems to spawn into the world with no backstory or anything like that. I like to give my sims as much story as I can, and so I figure we should actually start our legacy with our heir as a child, and so we'll get to see her early days, and then when she grows up, then she'll be our legacy heiress, if that makes sense. Go ahead and meet our family that we're going to be starting with. First, let's meet our main character. This is Goode. Super adorable. Now, Goode is very, very independent. The reason why she's independent is you're going to soon see that she doesn't have the best family. So her parents were never really interested in actually being parents, and so they more or less left her to raise herself. Now, they have a little bit of money, and so there was always staff around, so Goode was never truly alone. But the staff had to kind of leave resources and food and stuff like that within strategically around the house so that Goode could have access to certain things. As a result, she doesn't exactly have the best relationship with her parents, as you can probably imagine. Actually doesn't want anything to do with either of her parents at this point, but you know, she's still a kid, so obviously she's got no choice in the matter. Now, Goode's life just recently changed dramatically because of two distinct reasons. The first reason was her mother recently had a second child, and that is little baby Elijah, or Eli for short. This made Goode very nervous because she had to raise herself, and so she kind of figured that she was going to be forced to raise her younger brother as well, which she was not exactly excited about. But around the same time, her mother's father, her grandfather, passed away. Now, Goode wasn't particularly heartbroken about her grandfather passing away, not because she didn't care, but she just didn't know the guy. But what did happen is that Angela, who we're going to talk about next, she was actually affected quite a bit by it. And let's actually switch over to Angela so we can talk a little bit about her. Now, Angela, if I could describe Angela in one word, it would be opportunistic. Angela does what's best for her in the moment, and she does not much care what anybody says, what anybody thinks, or how it negatively affects anybody around her. Now, this has made her become quite popular with her boss, who just so happens to be a certain member of the land grab family. However, when her father died, she kind of has this realization that she's been estranged from her parents for far too long, and it's just unfortunate that it had to be the death of her father that finally caused her to look inward and say, oh, that kind of sucks. I don't like the fact that I never got to make amends with my father, and so we've become so estranged. As a result, Angela did reach out to her mother. The reason Angela reached out was, for one thing, part of her did want to reconcile with her mother, but the other part was, again, Angela is very opportunistic, and because she's so opportunistic, she kind of recognized that her mother wouldn't be able to afford her childhood home, and as such, she kind of weaseled her way back into her mother's life by just saying, hey, how are you going to pay for this house? And obviously Emma doesn't really know what to do, and so Angela actually makes a proposition. That proposition is that she would move her family into her childhood home with Grandma Emma Hoover, and in exchange, Emma would still be able to live in the house, but also she would finally get to connect with her grandchildren, which is something that she's wanted for a long time. The caveat is that not only would the house become Angela's when they moved in, but Emma would actually stand in as the primary caretaker for both the children. And that, of course, is the second thing that's going to turn Goode's life upside down and actually begin our story. And so they decide to move from their home in San Myshuno all the way to, I believe it is Willow Creek that we happen to be in now, in order to start this new life. Goode wasn't particularly bummed about leaving her friends in San Myshuno. After all, she kind of kept to herself. She was a bit of a loner. One other thing I should mention about Goode is that she likes to be alone with her thoughts quite a bit, and she usually organizes her thoughts with a journal, and so we might see quite a little bit of that. You can actually see it. Look at her traits over here. She's an artistic prodigy, but also she's a linguist. That is a modded trait, but it just means that she has an affinity for writing. We talked about Angela. Let's talk about the dad here, Devin Goode. His name is very ironic. He is not a good guy, at all. He has a temper. He doesn't really much care for anybody. It seems like he likes Angela, and that was like the only person that he ever really connected with. But Devin is also incredibly lazy. He doesn't like to do much of anything. He actually prefers to stay at home, which is why it's fortunate that he was born into such a wealthy family, because that means that he doesn't have to work. He can just stay at home doing whatever he wants for the rest of his life. The only exception to Devin actually getting to do whatever he wants is the fact that he now has 2 children, which he never wanted in the first place. And so if you were to describe his parenting style, I mean, I would probably describe it as borderline cruel. He does not care for either of his children, and he makes it known to them. Emma always wanted a relationship with her grandchildren, so it's almost impossible for that to happen, unfortunately. But with the death of her husband, her relationship with her daughter seems to like be on the mend, at least somewhat. Yeah, sure, she technically lost her house by giving it to her daughter, but in the event of her death, the house was supposed to go to her daughter anyway, and so this is just it just seemed like it just made a whole lot of sense. So Emma wasn't too heartbroken about Angela's deal. Somewhat unfortunately, however, Corey, by the time that they move into Emma's house, Corey is already independent. She's just kind of keeps to herself. She doesn't really need a caretaker anymore, which, you know, Emma's kind of bummed about because she really wanted to connect with Corey. So she's probably going to try over the course of this story. We'll actually see. I don't actually know what's going to happen just yet. But she does spend most of her time with Eli because Elijah is who needs the most attention. All right, I think that's a pretty brief introduction, but I think that'll do for right now. Okay, so as I mentioned before, they just moved into this house in Willow Creek, and I thought I would do like just a quick tour with this house. All right, so on the top floor, we have the primary bedroom right over here. This primary bedroom used to be the bedroom of Emma and Elijah. I should probably actually mention that little baby Eli is named after his grandfather. But after the death of Elijah, Angela, of course, moved her family into this house. And because this is Angela's house now, she now has the primary bedroom with her husband. All right, then we have the hallway. It's just going to have like a very basic setup. Yeah, very basic setup. Just have the computer here. Over here, we have the second bedroom. This is actually now Emma's room. This used to be Angela's childhood room, but it has been converted into Emma's bedroom. As you can see, her clothes are still kind of packed up because there's not much space for them. The ensuite bathroom, and then, of course, the primary bathroom right here. Okay, then we have the living space. As you can see, a little bit of environmental storytelling. Elijah, grandfather, was not only a chef, but also a master mixologist as well. And so he actually built this bar himself to entertain his friends. Not much use for it these days, but who knows? Maybe they'll have a use in the future. Into the kitchen, you see this very fancy oven right here. Once again, Elijah was a master chef. He also specialized in baking a lot. I believe Emma took after his baking. Maybe I didn't. I might not have given her any skills or anything like that. Oh, I did. Okay. Emma also learned how to do some mixology. She's also very, very funny, kind of charismatic, does some gardening, but baking was Emma's specialty. Elijah was more culinary stuff. Does that make sense? All right, then over here we have another bathroom, and then there's little baby Eli's room. Very, very fancy. Lots of good stuff over here. Coming in outside, we have this pool. Again, this house was pretty nice. This was, you know, Angela's childhood home. She grew up here. She absolutely loved it and always figured this was going to be her house someday. But then she became very estranged from her family. All right, next we have over here, you might notice there's a ladder leading to seemingly nowhere. But there's just a little bit of an alcove out here. This was already in the build. I didn't do this myself. I only did the decorating. The build itself, I got off the gallery. But I turned this into like a little bit into a little alcove. In my headcanon, I think that Emma probably set this up for Corey because she didn't know what Corey likes to do, and so she's like, maybe Corey's gonna have some friends over, and so she kind of set this up for her. And speaking of Corey, you might be thinking, wait a second, where does Corey sleep? Well, I mentioned before that Corey doesn't have the best relationship with her parents. She's very independent and she's very isolated from them. So where would you think that Corey would stay? You see, there was also a basement area. This basement area was built by Elijah, Grandpa Elijah, for Angela when she was in high school. Well, the basement itself already existed, but this basement was kind of constructed into like a little apartment, so that Angela could like have her own privacy and have her own private area and private space while she was still living with her parents, hopefully going through college. Upon seeing it, Corey immediately asked if it was okay for her to move down here, so that in her mind, so she didn't have to deal with her parents. Her parents, who didn't really want anything to do with her and didn't really want to see her, said, yeah, that's totally fine. Angela was a little bit off-put. She was kind of put off by that, but in the end, it ended up making sense. I mean, after all, she kind of wanted it because this was used to be her area, but at the same time, this means that Corey is out of sight and out of mind. But anyway, I think that is quite enough of me monologuing and explaining things before they actually start to happen. I think it's about time for us to start. I'm going to pick up just after they've moved into this new apartment. Well, no, I keep saying apartment. Just after they've moved into this new house. It's the day before Corey's going to start at her new school and begin her new life. Okay, so right away, Emma is not liking Devin. Probably doesn't like the way he looks at / talks to her grandchildren. So, yeah, okay. We'll have her dislike pessimistic stems. No problem. Okay, Emma, you're carrying Elijah. Why don't you take him inside, because it looks like it's raining. Let's get Corey a journal. You finally moved into your new house. It didn't take long for you to start scattering your stuff everywhere, it looks like. Devin, what are you doing? Trolled the forums, okay? Of course, you would be an internet troll. Aw, Emma became good friends with Elijah. That was quick. Okay, put her down. What are you doing next? Oh, you gonna play with the little toy? Okay. Fair enough. Corey, how's your writing going? Oh, you're going up to your new abode, huh? Yeah, take a look. Take a look. Sure you're gonna like it. She's having the time of her life. Okay, Angela, why don't we get your mischief skill up? Let's go antagonize your mother. Let's go lie about our career. Reconciling with your mom is off to a great start, isn't it?
Minchi, Shaspris Bafalosh, Baza,
Give fake bad news.
Chorib, Bibidoy,
Or mischief. Trick with the hand buzzer as well.
Bombler.
Can you pickpocket your own mom? I mean, we share a house, so we share household funds, but... Oh, dang. Okay.
Das Mikos Karenzi, Funchil Bratza.
I'm surprised your relationship is so high with Elijah. Maybe it's because he's still an infant, so I guess he hasn't learned to dislike his mother. Corey, what are you doing? You're still watching your movie. Okay, let's... how do you... Okay, I guess I'll just make it everyone but Corey. Look at these two catching up. They're just kind of like, so how have you been? I know that, it's been terrible, but, I haven't seen you since the funeral. Like, what's going on with you? Oh, well, I think I might have caught the gout, and, my legs are swollen and my ankles hurt, but, I'm just grateful that you're finally here and your family's healthy. It's hard to ask for more than that,
Yeah.
Hey, Emma. You wanna go and check on Eli, see what he needs?
Oh, Shubarao.
I'm surprised that Angela's doing this. Snuggly sleeper. Elijah prefers to fall asleep while being held. Infants with a snuggly sleeper cry when they're put down to sleep, even when they're soothed. They prefer to sleep while being held or in a back carrier. Yay. Alright, feed the baby. The baby is a little hungry. He's getting angry. My goodness, so many quirks. Oh, you know what? Hey, Corey, maybe you should do your homework. That's a good idea. Get a head start. Maybe Emma will come and help you. So a great opportunity for you to bond with Corey.
Uchima.
Yebs, Varobi, Delish.
Devin, how are you angry again?
Clemente.
Okay, no. He's about to, no. It's so difficult to get people, like, to not go into other people's rooms. Alright, you got no reason to come down here, okay? I'm also gonna lock this door for everyone but Corey. Aw. Now they're good friends, too. See, Emma absolutely adores Corey already, despite the fact that, like, they don't know each other that well. Emma's just, like, the first person to actually be doting to Corey. Wow, mentoring her one time, and, like, this bar was at, like, half, like, at 50% just a bit ago. And it's already almost full now. Oh, here's some people. Why don't you go and be mischievous over here? Let's do a rude introduction. Because we gotta improve our standing. Right now we're... Oops, wrong one. Yeah, right now we're only a level 3 criminal.
Lord Kim.
Panka.
Pumbaa
Nina
Mo.
Mazar.
Yep, we don't like you already.
Philip Shashib.
Oh, and you don't like me already. Okay, that's fine. Pickpocket him.
Wiva.
Oh. Oh. Yibs.
Check with the hand buzzer.
DeRoy.
Oh, Begoya.
Bedomi and Brow. Finibi Yenv. Blingo.
Oh, Rinka. Arvani Shop
Ooh, shove. Let's see what that. I don't think I've seen that one yet.
Rinka. Sorspa. Kitsune.
Oh, Emma comes out there and she's just like, hey, wait. Stop.
Jabba.
Snurb. Dag.
Usan and Zarspa.
Wayma.
Imply his mother is a llama.
Amuki Groba. Arban Dufour.
More mischief.
Tufka.
Scare him again. Oh my gosh.
Larkin.
We're so close. Struck him with a hand buzzer one time, and I think that'll do it, and we'll be level 3. Nice. Corey, what are you up to? Okay. Little baby Eli is asleep, but also hungry. So, hey, Emma.
Hi, late.
You want to actually feed the baby?
Rinka.
What even are you doing, Devin? Literally nothing. He's just playing. Oh, he's playing Virtual Fighter. Look at that. As soon as you're done with that, I think it's time for you to cook some food. Let's see, what level cooking do I have her at? Level 4. That's not bad. We'll go with spaghetti. Let's see, Angela. Probably don't want to talk to Corey. Hang on for just a little bit, Corey. Here, why don't you help your grandmother with cooking? That might be interesting. What are you doing? Oh my gosh, why is it so impossible for Sims to actually... Oh my gosh. Uh-oh, what's going on here? Eleanor Sullivan. Infants can be a real handful, especially for new parents. I specialize in childcare, and I've helped young families in your neighborhood plenty of times. I'd be happy to help out for a few days if you're willing to accommodate me. Sure, why not? It'd be good to have a second person. Eleanor, I'm guessing, is going to be Emma's best friend. Is that what's going on here? Now, Emma. Can you cook at this one? There you go. Excellent. Now, Corey, why don't you help your mother, your grandmother? Or maybe not. Maybe she can't for the tilapia. There we go. Join cooking. Okay.
Shalbo Barleen. Shaima
Yeah, how long is it gonna take? I feel like she's saying. And it was just like, give me a second. And now Corey's gonna go help, and Angela's like, fine, make yourself useful. I don't really care. Are you just gonna stand there, or are you gonna actually do some work?
Hola, Nila.
Tropha.
Oh no, what happened? What happened? Just my mods. Okay, I thought that there was something tragic going on. Corey? You gonna grab some food? There you go. Go talk to Miss Eleanor. Devin's actually taking care of his kid. That's a surprise. Guess even bad parents can, do something good every once in a while. Corey, you all done? Alright, what do you say we go write in our journal? Alright, we're gonna write in your journal. First day in Willow Creek? Not so bad. Oh my gosh, she's gonna take it all the way upstairs to... Oh my gosh. Okay, hey Emma. I think it's great that you're talking with your daughter and all, but maybe go and check your little baby.
Just name.
Okay, so he's just kind of chatting with Eleanor. What's that about? Okay, perceived as basic looking. For a second I thought that maybe he found her attractive, but nope, we're all good. Look at this, he hates Emma and he hates Corey. Yeah, you wouldn't be soaked if you just written your journal downstairs where you're supposed to. Devin's over here just watching this movie like, yeah, I could be a firefighter, but why would you bother helping out other people? They're really actually connecting. I kind of like this. They're really starting to do well. Would have thought that your first day you would actually be reconnecting with your mom, chatting like the old days. What is Eleanor even doing? You've done nothing for the baby so far, and you're literally just sitting there. What are you doing? Okay, tomorrow it's your first day of school. Okay, well now the little baby is up, so guess you're not going back to sleep at this point.
Hi, Lay.
It's actually so cute though. Oh, look at that. Now you're finally ready to go to bed? Is that what's going on? Okay, look at you. Now you're actually fulfilling your end of the deal.
Chumcha. Oh, Mukul.
Little baby Eli's just having the time of his life.
Gedna.
Okay, it's almost 5 o'clock, so it's almost time for you to get up. Alright, Corey, you ready? What happened? What happened now? What happened? Okay, you just had a nightmare. Okay. Fair enough. Okay, so now Corey is scared because she had a nightmare. Whatever. It's fine. We're gonna go ahead and just have a nice ham and cheese sandwich, and we're gonna call that good.
Benorfa B.
Oh, Rinka, Thinica, Tablo, ha, Hibanai, Shrozis Abimi,
They're actually like starting to bond quite a bit.
Campol Varuda Dibawis, Shalizam Flinsk, Polomide Ebao, Sure.
Can't say I'm particularly like upset about the fact that
Grinoy
Angela
bars.
really seems to be bonding with her mom again. He's up angry, and he's already causing problems on the internet. Because of course he is. What else would Devin be doing? All right, first day of school for Corey. I think I'm gonna have you make some friends today because you've never made any friends. This is great though. Okay, so Eli's content. No issues there. You're awake again before you're even freaking fully rested. What is going on? Some other kid threatened Corey and took her lunch money. She's been crying in the office. Find the kid or I will. Interesting. Corey is grabbing her lunch from her backpack when she notices something red inside. It's a note shaped like a heart with the words "You are cute" written on it and nothing else. She thinks it might be the new boy who always seems to stare. Does she ask him or wait and see? We'll wait and see. Corey's not the confrontational type. Corey decides to wait it out and see if anyone comes forward. Sure enough, at lunch, friends laugh and wave to her. Hey, cutie, one taunts. Corey wads up the note and tosses it at them, laughing along with the joke. Someday it'll happen for real, but she's relieved it's not today. Oh boy, now what? Regards, have you heard of Sim Market? We offer you unique offers for unbeatable low prices. Create an account in our shop today and get your welcome gift of free Sim shop at specials within 1 day. Otherwise, it will expire. I have never seen this before. I feel like Devin is very impulsive, so he'll want the best there is. So we're gonna go with the premium account. Why are you eating in the bathroom? Can we go anywhere else? Also, it said friends earlier, and Corey still hasn't met anybody while at school. Like, can we meet a couple people, please?
Oh, Jorg.
Moopis?
Perik.
Bifna?
Hasanu.
No
Suna.
sab.
Okay, so Devin just got invited to hang out with his friends, the Good Timers.
Oh, shushka.
Okay, the Good Timers. Devin always feels a lot better whenever he gets to talk to the Good Timers, but there's one member in particular that he's always really excited to see, and that is Jenny Flowers. Oh boy, yeah. So Jenny Flowers is Devin's friend, one of the few people that seems to want to tolerate him, and yeah, we're just gonna look at their relationship. They are friends, but Devin may or may not think a little bit more than friends. That might be his perception anyway. We'll see what happens. Oh no, look at that.
Braynim, Bliss, Johnny.
That little bit of flirting I saw going on.
Bo,
Shamabu.
Parenzi.
Oh, yibs. Bruce. Kunada.
Devin has always been very charismatic. Probably how he ended up getting his wife. Oh, and they're both flirty. Okay, well.
Sarpava. Plus a May.
But I mean, it's just friendly conversation, you know. It's just a nice conversation between friends. You know what I mean? It's there's nothing going on. They're just kind of talking, you know. She just blew him a kiss. Okay.
Sigafood. Oh, Balafoy Palakik. Brenabel Lagenzo.
You know, they just run in the similar circles. You know, Jenny Flowers has always been a kind and caring person to Devin. Oh boy, that looks a bit more. Okay, that looks a bit more overt. Okay. Jenny, you know he's a married man, right? But I mean, they're just friends. It's still fine, you know. They're just kind of hanging out. They're both a part of the same club. That's all it is. They're just kind of hanging out. They're just kind of having a good time, you know. That's what they're all about. It's nice to get away from. No, you cannot. Okay, what are you doing now? I don't think I've ever been to this bar. This is really interesting. I was just playing a friendly game of darts. Finally, you met one person.
Draw boo! Draw boo!
See, they're all just having a good time. They're just a group of friends who just like to, you know, get away from their families every once in a while. There's nothing odd going on. Alrighty, while you're doing that, I'm gonna switch back to Corey because she just had her first day of school. Alright, Corey, let's take a look. You met Trinity and Carmine while at school. Let's see, Trinity. Well, she's adorable. Trinity, Santiago, and Carmine. Or Carmen. No, I keep saying Carmine. It's probably just Carmen. It's a rare spelling. Alright, sounds good. Well, I think that Trinity and Carmen took a liking to Corey. So much so that I think that they might have become fast friends and decided to form their very own group. And that group is called The Kids Next Door. But she made some good friends on her first day. Way to go, Corey. I'm so proud of you. Well, next time we'll actually get to meet some of her friends, but I think for right now, I think I'm going to call it here. We've got something brewing with Devin. He is just hanging out with his friends. Corey has made some friends at home. And yeah, that's about it for this episode. It wasn't very eventful. It was just mostly set up for some of the stuff to come. But thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like the video if you did. Subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.